All right, man. What's good, YouTube, man? We about to get back to it, man. So I got everything in. Well, not everything, but you know, I got most of what I need to go ahead and put this turbo back in. So I got my injectors, 80-pound injectors. Chip for E85 turbo tweak. Shout out to Eric and Turbo Tweak, man, for getting right. It's about my third chip I have for this car, you know. But I'm gonna see how that do. You know what I mean? Make sure everything right and exact. So I already got the fuel rail pulled out. Just paint it up again a little bit, tighten it up. So I'm go ahead and put that back in a minute. A little screws that comes out my armrest. Gonna recut. I had to repaint that, and then I ran out of paint. So I gotta buy more paint and sand this side back down because my seat should be here. A sheet should be ready here in a few weeks. Not a few weeks, few days. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'm about to put these injectors in, line everything back up, button all this back up, clean it up a little bit, and I don't know if I'm gonna fire it up today, but cause I gotta get my fan. I don't have my fan. This is my radiator cover. I got that from Mike's Money's. I got these too, but they didn't fit, so they in the box. They were off a little bit, so I don't know if the Monte Carlo. I thought the GM and all of them. You would think that all the GM accessories were the same for back then for the G-body, but evidently not. So they don't really fit. Nothing wrong with them, they're just ugly, right? So I just want everything up under here looking tight, you know. So I'm gonna go ahead and send them back to Mike's Money's, see if he got replacement for it, get my money back, or I go Gbody Parts. So we'll figure that out. But I got my door trim for my trunk, lower upper door trim, so I can get these doors and stuff all the way sealed up. Put everything back together, man, because we are. I'm finally about to truly be at the finish line with this car. Finally, man. It's been almost 3 years, and you know, again, now I'm entrepreneur, business, so you know, it's all me right here. There's no additive, so I'm working, operate my business, and coming in and mess with these cars. You know, so but I'm about to pivot though. I'm about to make some adjustments, man. Some new things going on. I'll get into that later. But let's put these injectors in, man. We slide this in and see if we can get everything buttoned back up. And then I might go get some E85 and just to start it, and just run it before it gets too hot. I don't know. Or I might just wait till the fans come in next week. Anyway, we'll figure it out when we get to that point. Get back at you. I got the injectors in. Fuel rail. You can't really see because there's a lot going on up under here. Fuel rail right here. See my fuel pressure gauge, fuel pressure regulator, fuel rail, and injectors right down in there. You see a little blue in there. Yep. So the injectors are in. Everything bolted down. Now I need to bolt turbo housing bracket down and see if we can get that turbo slid on there. All right, so we back, man. I got my groove, so I didn't do a step by step on what I had going on. I just got my flow, got it done, so I can get on to the next situation. But we got turbo in, turbo back in properly, up pipe, down pipe, put in. Got my 3 gaskets here, like I told you in the last video. I had to use some exhaust gasket maker for this and here, because it smoked back here. Smoke was leaking from back here, and smoke was leaking back here. So, I mean, it looks good though, man. It looks good. I'm loving it. 80-pound injectors in. About to put this chip in and gonna go fill up with E85. I'm thinking I might put the fan back on to go ahead and start it and see if I can dial it in. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the fan back on, man, and dial this bad boy on in. You know, so the other fans should, the electric fan should be in here next week. I get my boy Crash and Burn so we can give me the play on how to do that. I need to figure out are they running it straight hot wire, or they sync it to the computer to come on with at a certain temperature. I don't know, but I know I'm getting those Gbody parts. It's they got the Casper's harness, the dual fans, and yeah, that's what we got going on here. So I'm about to put this computer's down there. About to pull the computer out, put this chip in, and then tomorrow we'll go get the E85, fill the tank up with that, and go ahead and start on up and see what we're doing. So there go my computer. That's 86, 87 ECM for the Grand National. See my chip. That's the E85 chip. This is the 5.7 E85. This is an older one. Yeah, so I got the 42-pound injectors. I got this chip. I believe this chip can run it up to 14 pounds of boost. So yeah, I got the 42-pound injectors, and I got this chip. I'm letting it go for 300. Yeah, these are the old injectors here. So anybody that got a Grand National, y'all just want to upgrade your stock stuff. These don't even have any real miles on it, because if you're watching the videos, you can see I never really drove the car. But I bought these, never really used the car, so these are in very good shape. Same thing with the chip. Yeah, so all that's on the market. All that's on the market. So I'm about to button this back up, get everything right and exact, and then tomorrow we'll get the 85. We put that fan back in and we'll fire up, see what she do. Computer back in. Man, I can't wait, boy. I got everything in play. Waiting on Pookie to come get these wheels, man. But yeah. Everything right and exact. Just gonna wait for tomorrow to get that E85, man. Get that 85. I gotta order some more paint. Ran out of paint for Gbody, from Gbody for that. That's real. So I fire up tomorrow, we'll see what she do. So I'm gonna go in the morning, grab the 85, and see what she do, man. See what she do when I turn over. And get back with you guys. Alright, YouTube. We got it back together. Everything is going according to plan, somewhat. I gotta find out what, I think this is a vacuum line. It comes off of something. I just can't remember what it comes off of. Oh, I know exactly. Let me see. Cause I think this heater thing has a line on it, if I'm not mistaken. It has a line back there. But anyway, I'm gonna find that line when I get off, when I put the camera down. But I got the car fired up. Good thing is, at idle, the fumes are super low, and I'm running a straight pipe now. I don't have a cat. It's not even running through the mufflers because I got a 2.5 system on here, and I didn't bolt it up. So I'll be pulling 2.5 inch exhaust out, and I'll be going with 3-inch pipes exhaust, or I might go with the stainless steel exhaust. I don't know yet, but that's where we at with that. So, but anyway, with no cat, no nothing, it's such a big difference with E85 just on the idle and the fume part. Another issue is the car wouldn't stay running. So I got my TPS throttle position in the right spot. I got my IAC somewhere close to what it needs to be. I can never get the IAC correct, but what I think I need to adjust, because it idles, but when I give it a little bit of gas, it cuts off. So I may mess with the translator a little bit, because right now I got it on 10% lean at idle, and that's because at idle with the 93, it was just super fuming, and so I just wanted it to run a little bit, leaner at idle, so I can cut down some of the fumes. And it didn't really mess with the performance of the idle. So I'm gonna go in the translator box. I'm gonna make the adjustments for that, and then we're gonna start it again and see if that makes any difference with how it runs. And if it does, cool. If it doesn't, then I'm just gonna email Eric at Turbo Tweak and just see what parameters I might need to adjust, or if there's a vacuum line or something, or maybe I cross something up, which I highly doubt it, because I've taken this stuff off and on so many times. I think all that's right and exact, and it runs pretty smooth. It's just when I start making certain adjustments, it'll start idling kind of rough. So I got my fuel pressure according to the instructions on the chip. Fuel needs to be at 43 psi with line off. So this is the line that you take off to adjust that, and that's there. So the only thing I need to do now is just find out why it doesn't run as smoothly as I would like for it to move, and it doesn't turn on like before. It would just turn on as soon as I turn the key. Now I have to kind of like pat the gas to turn it on, and I don't want to have to do that. So that's I've got to make the adjustments there and see what's going on with that. But it's not the spark plugs, because all the spark plugs are new. So when I pulled all the stuff, I just went ahead and changed everything. So the spark plugs are new, everything up under here is new. What we're waiting on now is to get the fans. But now that I'm thinking about the fans that I want to order, I got to contact Gbody and make sure that those fans will fit over the F-body radiator. I didn't think about that before I swapped all this stuff out, to be honest with you. So now I got to see if that fan stuff, the fan assembly, will fit over that radiator, because that radiator is just a little bit bigger than the original radiator. So we're gonna go in, I'm gonna adjust the parameter on the translator, and we're gonna see if that does anything for the idle situation. And again, like I said, if it do, cool. If not, then I'm gonna have to go back into the drawing board, as well as go behind this motor and find out what's leaking on, or where this, not what's leaking, but where this thing here go, because I forgot. Because when I pull this stuff apart, man, it'd be months before I put things back together, and I always forget where something goes. So let me get to that, and I'm gonna get back with you in a minute. So that was real quick. It went to the little heater valve. This little brown, what one we call that gold thingy right here is the heater valve. So you have a little nipple right here. It goes in. I knew it went somewhere around there. I just had to find it. So that's where that goes. So we're gonna put that back in there. And to go back in there. And I might need two hands to do that, which I am. Gotta go back in there, and I gotta put this thing back in here. This line, I know exactly where that goes. I pull that out all the time. So that goes here. I got it zip tied so it don't move. So I go with those two. So I'm getting ready to put those up, and I'm going to put the translator. So I'm in the translator. Focus. Let me see if I can get the focus. I can't really get the focus. But so you have different settings. So I have a 3-inch LT1 mass airflow sensor. So you have to make your adjustments according to that. So you have 3, 4, and 5 is for the 3-inch. And I'm going to set it for, I'm not going to set it for 10% rich. I'm going to try that rich. I'm going to set it at 4, because 5 is 10% lean, 4 is 10% rich. So I'm gonna assume it needs more fuel. So I'm gonna run it at 10% rich and see what that does. And then, or matter of fact, I'm just gonna run it at the base. So it's gonna pretty much be, I guess they don't have a designation under it. But I'm gonna run it at 3 first and just see what it do. And then from 3, then we go to 4, which is 10% rich, because it's already at 5, which is 10% lean. Let's see what's yeah, so that's what I got going on right now. Changing it to 10% rich did change it up a little bit, but what I'm gonna do, because you're really supposed to drive the car to let the computer learn itself, I'm gonna wait for my fan to come in, and then once the fans come in, and we get some fans in to put on the car, then I can drive it and see, where the parameters are after I drive it, and if anything changes. But right now, or I might need to run a different type of spark plug. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking that might be it too, because it's just too hard to start. So I might need a hotter spark plug to run E85. He didn't recommend that, but I didn't ask either, meaning turbo tweak. So I might need, because usually before, when I had it running rich, when you start it up, after a while, starting it up like that fouls out the spark plugs. When you start it, you don't really drive the car. You start it over and over and over again. So you start it maybe a month or two, and then next thing you know, it gets harder and harder to start as you go along, and you just swap the spark plugs out, and it kind of corrects itself. But that's what it feels like it's doing right now. So I'm thinking that's what it is. I'll find out. I'm gonna end this video right now. Appreciate you guys for rocking with your boy. You know what I mean? We've been at it, man. We've been at this thing almost 3 years. It's Grand National, but we about to get to it, man. We about to go ahead and get this thing on the road, man. I'm ready, because I got to get back to that. This my baby too. I got two of, the cars that I really wanted. It's one more out there. That I could have got. I really want a T-top Gbody. I'm gonna get one eventually, but I think my next old school car is gonna be a 850 Ci. That's what I think my next old school is gonna be. But that would be way after I finish these two. So I need to finish these two cars first, then buy another car, another Benz Hellcat. I don't know what I'm gonna get. Might even get a 2500 Ram. I don't know. I'm gonna get something new, and then after I do that, then we'll go back into the 850. But I'm not buying no cars until I finish these cars right now. So that's what I'm doing, man. Appreciate you guys rock with me. Like, share, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. And if you got any game on something that I might have missed or overlooked, please let me know, because I'm always learning. I'm gonna remain teachable. Like my brother said, I always remain teachable, man. So we out. Get back with you guys later. Peace.